Okay, so let's cut the Jack-o'-lantern package. I think I'm just going to sideboard the Pact of Negations for interactive decks. Because it doesn't seem like there really are that many of them. And we're playing Oops All Spells, Thoughtseize, Grief, Mental Misstep in the main. Dread Returning, and Narcomoeba, Chrome Mox. A lot of, maybe, is this the most banned cards we've had so far? So we have Simian Spirit Guide, Once Upon a Time, Mental Misstep, Grief. I'm making one Force of Vigor. Oh, Dread Return. Oh, damn it. So we have 6 individual banned cards and 21 total. One thing when I talk about okay, we're definitely gonna keep this. This could be a turn 1 if we end up drawing a Simian Spirit Guide off of the Once Upon a Time. One thing I like I grade on a curve usually. Not that you have to, of course, but usually. Oh wait, okay. Let me just win on turn 1, and so for the YouTube video, and then we'll talk about this some more. Welcome home. I grade on a curve. Like I think that like there are so many lessons about Delve and Convoke and giant free creatures that had been in theory learned. Although I guess one problem is we don't know what they're playing, so I guess we just run it back. Or maybe I should be bringing in Force of Vigors. We'll just run it back. We've got missteps and grief and stuff. But yeah, in theory, like there's like lessons learned that weren't learned when bridge. So not that everyone has to grade on a curve, but I tend to. Yeah, with the streamer luck account. How do you get the Oracle play? So there's another ban card that legal modern decks can play is Dread Return. So you mill 3 Narcomoebas. You play 4, so you can draw 1 and be okay. And then you just sack 3 Narcomoebas to return a Thassa's Oracle to play. Yeah, I'll keep double discard. Although we have a Phantasmagorian in our hand to discard this, but I think on the draw, slower hand with double discard spell is going to be fine. They're on a mold of 5. Is it all fun, no ban lists, or just all turn 1 win? This is the first turn 1 win we've seen, or yeah, we've seen on either side. I've had a lot of fun today. Today has been a really good stream. Do you not play 2 returns? Maybe 2 returns is better than the Phantasmagorian. No, the Phantasmagorian is better, so if you draw Oracle and Dread Return, you can discard both. So they mull to 5, duress me, they take my Thoughtseize. I guess we're just going to go Grief, pitch Grief. Wait, are we playing the Mire? Maybe they're playing Necro. Necro seems pretty good. I want to play some Necro. It is the Mire. So you take the land, or you take the payoff. I think you take the payoff here. I'm looking forward to iced coffee tomorrow. Do you reckon paper? I think so, yeah. There's a good chance I'm going to play it in the Hunter Burton in a few weeks. They have more lands and spies. Yeah, and they also need, yeah, I guess they need to draw 1 and a land instead of we take a land and they just need to draw 2 lands. So I think that makes sense. They drew a Shatter. Oh, they can Sundering Eruption one of my lands. So we'll see if they do that with Simian Spirit Guide next turn. They might think that they can wait a turn, but I can just cast Undercity Informer next turn. Oh, they're Thoughtseizing me. Okay, so they're going to take either the Trawler or the Informer. They take the Informer. Oh, mill them is kind of fun. How, you know, I guess I should have played the Trawler because they can Eruption this, and then I won't have the extra mana. Okay, and then they have another Thoughtseize. This is a funny game. Although I can just Dread Return next turn. This format rules, dude. This format is awesome. One of the strangest matches of Magic I've ever played. We should mill us because they could have some weird stuff, right? Yeah, like it is possible to lose if we mill them. If they have Memory's Journey and Jack-O-Lantern. Okay, so our second game, I think you just have to mulligan without a 4-drop here, despite having a lot of interaction. 3 Once Upon a Times maybe is like 1 too many for me to keep this. And then I guess I'm going to go to 4. Maybe I should have kept one of these other hands. My opponent also, I would maybe concede for info's sake if my opponent had not already been in chat. Although I guess I would want to see what they're playing, of course. Breeding Pool Deathray Shaman, not our first Deathray Shaman we've seen today. Right on time, Mental Misstep. Deathray Shaman is actually just a win for them here. I cannot beat this Deathray Shaman. I could with the Mental Misstep. But if they just hold up a green mana, I can't win. How fast will no banlist challenge rounds be? I mean, I assume they'll be the standard amount. Some matches go long. Some matches are really fast. We played a super long match against Titan and won. Oh, we have Fell the Profane. Right, so we can win. I kind of think we maybe need to be main decking Memory Journey Jack-O-Lantern. I think that's just like a format call. If there's like a bunch of Force of Negations, then yeah. But I don't know that there are a lot of Force of Negations. Oh, we're playing as Nadu. Okay. They imprint another Nantuko, and I guess I'm just gonna misstep this. Maybe saving misstep for Shuko is better though. I don't really love having to be in a spot where I need to draw land and 4-drop. Finally, not to chat. That was miserable. Yeah, I mean, I want to see the deck in action one more time before getting sick of it. I played this so I could cast my own Once Upon a Time next turn. They brick pretty hard. They hit a breeding pool. So in addition to Nadu, they get maybe they get Skull Clamp, they get Shaman, and they get Once Upon a Time, and they maybe get Oko. There's like some extent once you like are adding all of these cards, you're kind of just making the deck worse. So if we draw an untapped land, or all of our lands that are untapped, or Simian Spirit Guide or Chrome Mox, we could kill the Shaman, try to untap and win. Yeah, you have Mental Misstep, and I guess also Fell the Profane for the Shaman. They Green Sun for 2. Maybe they feel like they have to keep the Shaman up. No, they could have. Maybe they just don't think Nadu's. I guess this makes sense. It's a lot of pressure, isn't it? So we're gonna get hit for 5 down to 11, and then next turn they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I guess we just have to go for it. Probably. I mean, my opponent was in the chat. I'll assume they've been holding up the Shaman for Oracle. I'll give them the credit here. Probably just better not to show them the deck. I think I'm gonna run it back. I guess I do like Force of Vigor. Maybe I'll break up the Nadu combo. Maybe I'll play 1 Pact of Negation instead for Endurance. We also have 8 discard spells for Endurance. Maybe I'm crazy. I think it's weird Nantuko sees no play after Nadu beside your decks. I agree. I think Nantuko's like so strong, but the cards you pair it with are just your builds are really bad against Boros almost all the time. What am I missing? Wasn't that a win? So they had Death Ray Shaman plus green mana up, and they could exile my Narcomoeba. Didn't have the Mental Misstep in time. Yeah, our win is we mill our deck with Balustrade Spy, Undercity Informer, and then of the cards we mill, we have Narcomoebas, Thassa's Oracle, Dread Return. In Dread Return, you can flashback to sack 3 creatures to return a creature from the graveyard to play. So you just sacrifice 3 Narcomoebas, return Thassa's Oracle. Yes, but you have 4 Narcomoebas. They exile the Oracle. They don't exile a Narcomoeba. Okay, on the play for game 2 against Nadu. I like having a Thoughtseize. I like having a Simian Spirit Guide. I don't like having the Phantasmagorian. That's mulligan, I think. And then let's keep this. Should you play 2 Dread Return, 2 Oracle for this scenario? No, it still doesn't work because they just wait for you to target an Oracle and you won't have enough. You won't have enough to flash back the Dread Return again. Best draw by a lot is Simian Spirit Guide. So they lead on the Once Upon a Time. Badger Cup making no banlist modern is pretty cool. They find Urza Saga, so they can find Shuko for the Nadu. In Legacy, they beat it with Memory's Journey. They have Dark Ritual. Yeah, it's a bit tough to play it with that. You're gonna lose some interaction if you're gonna play the Jack-O-Lantern Memory's Journey package. Oh my gosh, we drew it. So my opponent can Summoner's Pact for a second endurance potentially, but they have to have 4 mana in play. So if my opponent goes for Halfling instead of Nadu, maybe we're screwed. No, Hypergenesis is so bad. It's literally worse than Glimpse. I'm okay keeping it on the ban list because it's not really something that adds much to the format, I would imagine. But I think like if I was going to build a Hypergenesis or a Glimpse deck, I would build a Glimpse deck. Especially with Consign and Vexing Bauble. It's like, how good do you think Recto Scam could be? Somewhat good. You can add Bridge to have second Dread returns, a lot of slots. That's true, yeah. That's true. That would work. We also have Mental Misstep for Shaman too. So they might not be playing a second Endurance is one thing. But I think that's kind of where we're at. Thanks, Dino. That probably won't be relevant today. Maybe for other chatters. Oops. All spells. Well, playing Prized Amalgam and Bodies. What's nice about this package is I don't have to play all of this nonsense like Vengevine, Creeping Chill, whatever you would play. I get to play like Thoughtseize and Grief instead. Yeah, I Thoughtseize their first endurance. We'll see if they have a second off the pack. There's really like nothing we can do here. They do have a second endurance and they can pay and we lose. All right, keeping this. Yeah, I didn't realize that we were not that there. They reveal Karuga. My legacy experience is clearly not there. Although, don't they? If they respond to Thassa's Oracle, like if they respond to Dread Return on Oracle, we lose because we only have 1. For whatever that's worth. So I guess Mental Misstep will be dead against the Karuga deck. I can pitch it to Chrome Mox. Yeah, I think Hypergenesis is a good read. I don't know how else. I mean, you can't be playing Beanstalk. I don't know how you choose to play like Omnath style deck without Beanstalk. Oh yeah, you're right. You can't play Hypergenesis with Karuga. Yeah, of course. I don't know. It seems like they were going to endurance in response to Narcomoebas. Yeah, maybe we should have let them make the mistake. But that's true. If they should have been able to see the deck and find it out. Obviously, it's a bit weird. Yeah, Birthing Pod is 3 mana, but you would basically never Birthing Pod in I mean, I do lose to Elishnorn, right? Yeah. Ice. My least favorite Magic card. No, we didn't trophy. We got 2 outed in the mirror. They had only 2 tops left in their deck. They spun top, found it. We were pretty likely to like lock them with Karn the following turn. Another one? They got another one. So I guess I play another green thing so I could potentially kill like an Alistor with Elder Profane. What do I save as a deck? Where's the queue for no? It's in the contraption format. You save it as a contraption deck. So they get a Breeding Pool tapped. I feel like we're gonna lose. Unless we draw a Grief or Thoughtseize here. I don't know if I'm supposed to wait. I don't think I'm supposed to wait. Ice number 4? Ice number 3 and 4 would be kind of funny because then I would just get got here. Okay, I do think I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Right. Oh my gosh, they have a binding. It does matter. Touch this. Wait, flicker this. Comes back in step. Okay. Okay. So I guess we go no imprint, obviously. Then I can go. Oh shoot! I'm not gonna have double black. We see our opponent is playing Elish Norn for some reason. So I think it makes sense to try to imprint one of my black cards here so that I can fell the Profane. I don't know why my opponent is not doing anything. That's okay. Just tuned in. Is this just a mental misstep Bazanga or is it exciting? Mental misstep is certainly not a card raining, I think, on any parade so far. Although I also kind of think that I've kind of enjoyed the misstep dynamic. I don't think it's been one of the most impactful cards. It's been a very weird game so far. So what banned cards literally could they be playing? The One Ring? Okay, Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise in a Kruger deck is so weird. What are our first two matches against? We played the Mire and then we played Nadu. Lost to Nadu. They had double endurance. Or I guess they had an endurance and then mana to pay for Summoner's Pact on the second endurance by turn 3. Okay, maybe this all worked out well that we bought a turn to get the Thoughtseize. Yeah, of course we had 4 crews in the Phoenix deck. We drew pretty bad with it overall, though. Okay, take the endurance and win the game. Has this changed my perspective on certain ban cards? Not yet. Could, potentially. I still want Shaman unbanned, and Shaman's looked like a card that would be fun. They had one more white card they could Solitude 2 Narcomoebas. Do you think that 4-color Blink with Uro and Flage has anything to it? It doesn't seem like it would be good against the decks that are doing well at the moment. Doesn't mean that there's nothing to it, though. Yeah, play 1 Force of Negation. Mental Misstep pretty bad against the Krug deck. Fury does not have Flash, despite the meme. What the kind of hell? I mean, they're just playing like 4-color on that, which it's very. I don't know why they would play Karuga over Beanstalk. Beanstalk is just the best card by a lot of those decks. Yeah, a lot of people think Fury has Flash. There's a pretty popular meme when it was legal. Fury would be fine in Modern if it didn't have Flash. So we have a Once Upon a Time. We have a Payoff. Let's go ahead and keep this. We don't have a protection spell yet. Having the Phantasmagorian means if we draw Oracle, we're in some trouble. Now, is there much reason to cast Once Upon a Time this turn? I mean, wait, okay. There's no Karuga revealed for game 2, so I would want to cast Grief because they might have something. A brick on the Once Upon a Time. I haven't actually run the numbers on Once Upon a Time bricks. I don't think we're that bad. It also just adds to your keepable hands a lot. But we have Grief, Simian Spirit Guide, Boggart Trawler. We have 4 of the Disciple Freyalise. I think it's okay. Not a normal Magic deck, anyways. Once normally benefits from hitting lands. Yeah, we can only hit the Trawler and the Disciple, I think. I don't think there's a third one. Oh, maybe I should have main phase to try to find Grief. Although I do kind of want to, if I have Grief, I kind of want to have it next turn too. Let's see if they tap out for anything. Yeah, this is an official league. They added it to Magic Online, which is very fun. I think I cast Helga. Clarion Conqueror. This stops nothing. Oh, it stops Chrome Mox. Okay. Sure. So I could take Simian Spear Guide to try to win this turn. Or I could take Grief. I think I'll just take the Grief. Like, if they don't have anything this turn, then we'll win the next turn most of the time. Oh, it stops Informer. Okay, I guess I'll pitch the Informer then. So I drew the Spy. That's funny that I drew the Spy, thinking it didn't do anything. Okay. Does Touch the Spirit Realm do anything? I guess they can go Solitude and Touch the Spirit Realm to get me. I gotta take the Force of Negation, though. Yeah, we played against some Death Ray Shaman. Death Ray Shaman seems like playable, but nothing like too crazy. Seems like good in Nadu, like a little bit of a minor like role player in some decks. Aren't they just dead? Well, not this turn because they have Carrion Conqueror stops my Chrome Mox. Yeah. And then they hold up to Touch the Spirit Realm. So I need to wait. I'm not usually a big believer in hope my opponent messes up. When we have outs. We need to draw a Pact of Negation or Grief. I can't cast that. I guess I should hold it. So if I draw another black source, I can. So yeah, what they can do with Touch the Spirit Realm is they can Solitude one Narcomoeba, Touch the Spirit Realm the other Narcomoeba, and I won't be able to Dread Return. Oh wait, no, I just have Balustrade Spy as a third creature. What am I doing? Fuck. Sorry, I forgot I had the Balustrade Spy. Some learning. Some learning curves in this deck, I guess. We'll see if we win next turn. Touch doesn't let you troll. Yeah, they touch a Narcomoeba and it comes back end of turn. So, which was the concern, but it was not actually a concern. Lucky we top decked this, huh? Yes. 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 So let's see if they like Endurance in response. I am cold to Endurance because I lose my Dread Return. Their hand is Touch the Spirit Realm, Clarion Conqueror, Mystery card. So it would have to be like a Force of Negation or Endurance here. And it's not. We're 2-1. We can keep this on the play. Doesn't seem like there's much reason to Once Upon a Time right this second. I guess if I found Grief, would I cast Grief here? No, I need the Black Source. Yeah, the Phantasmagorians, if you draw Return or Oracle, and if you draw both, you can also discard it. So in theory, you could cut the Phantasmagorian and 2 other cards. So I mean that might be worth it. Do you think green is better than blue as a secondary color? Sync seems so. So the problem with Sync is that it's double blue. Double blue is a big cost. Um, Double blue is a big cost, but I did think about it. But I think green for Once Upon a Time and Force of Vigor, both to me this seems better. You're my 5-0 loss, by the way. Classic jinxing it. Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to hit him with the Wheel C after I draw Simian Spirit Guide for the turn 2 win with Misstep up. Here's a Grief, which I can't Grief here. I don't know. I mean, I'm in. I guess I could. They could maybe Subtlety, and then maybe I would somehow cast the Grief this game. Sync is a blue card for Force. I mean, yeah, that's true. Like Sync is the reason to be blue. I think. Sync. I think Once Upon a Time and Force of Vigor are better reasons. If my opponent can stop this and they say I'm their loss, is that a BM? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Who cares? Nice how easy this is to click through too. At least on Magic Online. Could misstep a consign there. That'd be kind of fun. I guess against I'll bring play one Pact over one Force of Vigor. Just click submit. Yeah, I consider Jack-O-Lantern Memory's Journey, and I just decided I'd rather have Pact, Thoughtseize, Misstep, Grief, Force of Negation instead. But you could play that also. I don't know that it's better than Bridge, second Dread Return, second Oracle. Maybe is. Oh, I'm the 5-0 boss. Okay, I see. That's me. Okay, so we don't have a payoff. We have a Narcomoeba and an Oracle in hand. We do have a Thoughtseize and a Misstep, which are both really good. We got a mulligan. All right, so we will keep this, although it's a bit sketchy with only green sources. I think we just have to keep and try to find a. We could even like just pitch Thoughtseize to Grief maybe. So they play a basic mountain, a Simian Spirit Guides, mono red, a Ruby Storm. Cool. So Boggart Trawler is the best hit. We will take a Balustrade Spy though. Gotta evoke the Grief. Simian Spirit Guide and Storm. I don't think I would play it. Maybe it's okay. Guess we just take one of those. Don't want to be taking Past in Flames. So they impulse and they hit Seething Song and Arid Mesa. So the Past in Flames should be online next turn to. No, maybe it'll be on this turn. Yeah, it is online this turn, so they get to go Seething Song 5, Past in Flames, and then flash all this stuff back. Wow, they also have a Row. I'll let them play. So Misstep stops Rite of Flame. That's all it stops. Well, I think we'll maybe play Force. I guess we'll just do Force of Negations over Pact of Negations for game 3. They can brick here, so we'll play it out, although it's not super likely. I think with Ral Ultimate, it's actually a fine time to scoop. All right, so Force over Pact. I guess we have to make maybe I just go down to Missteps, but then my blue card count's a little low. Maybe it's a little low anyways. You could play Leyline. I don't think they're amazing. You know, I think we probably just shouldn't have these forces in our deck. I guess I'll just play one. I don't know if we had a higher blue card count at some point. But we'll probably just be cut from the next version. We'd have a Thoughtseize and we got the payoff. We don't have any lands. We have a Thoughtseized. We have 2 Thoughtseize, 2 lands, and yeah, we'll keep this, so then we can win turn 3 if we draw a payoff. And we also have a Thoughtseize, and we're already on a mulligan. Seems like an easy keep. So we can misstep the probe. I guess we could take both impulses and then plan to misstep the probe. Just misstep anything. Formats felt very fun so far. We did have one turn 1 win with this deck so far also. They don't probe on turn 1. Undercity Informer, definitely a better top deck than Balustrade Spy. They drew another impulse. Okay, well, can't take them all, I guess. No, you can't draw a card. Oh, they have a Ruby. Very good top deck. Well, they Simian Spirit Guide for Manamorphose. I don't know how they have Simian Spirit Guide in their deck. Like, they have to be playing it over past or like they have to have. I would play both Pyretic Desperate Ritual, Searing Song, and Rite of Flame before I played Simian Spirit Guide. I just don't know how they have room to also play Gitaxian Probe too. Okay, so now either of our payoffs can be a win. Although my opponent they did hit a Past in Flames with a really stocked graveyard, so and a Seething Song. Storm looks pretty good. I might make some changes to my Storm list for tomorrow. We'll see if they brick. You play Chrome Mox over Spirit. I feel like I'd play Spirit Guide over Chrome Mox, but still, Spirit Guide is likely in the place of land. That's interesting. I think you might be right. They had a ritual, Manamorphose. We're losing this one. Yeah, the Spirit Guides are definitely bad with Rin's Resolve. That is a good reason to Chrome Mox instead, although your hand's usually pretty empty. Format pretty fun. I'm definitely going to be playing... They hit a wish here. I'm definitely going to be playing some tomorrow. Between rounds of the challenge, you're going to be playing Ice Coffee, Ice Till Cabal Coffers tomorrow. Assuming I'm not sick. I'm feeling a good bit better than this morning. I got like chills in the middle of the stream. But I guess we can keep the party running. Doomwake is playing Rhinos. Oh, it's so fun. Onion Flake with the 14 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Very fun stream. I'm going to raid Doomwake. Gonna try to take it easy tonight. Try to not get any sicker than I already am. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for your support. I hope you had as good a time as I did. I had a great time today. Go say hi to Doomwake for me. Bye bye.